your choice. Rethink.
Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Rethink. Your life, your choice.
Rethink. Your life.
Rethink.
Your choice. Rethink.
Rethink.
Your life, your choice.
Rethink.
Rethink.
Your life,
Your choice.
Rethink. Rethink. Rethink.
Your life, your choice. Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Rethink, Winnebago's Healthy Living Partnership. We're housed in the Winnebago County Health Department, now located downtown Oshkosh at 112 Otter Street. Rethink is a community coalition whose effort is through effective community collaboration, we will create the environment that enables healthy lifestyles while deterring substance abuse in order to improve the quality of life of Winnebago County residents. Lately, we've been really addressing high-risk drinking, and for some time we've been watching statistics. We are startled at some of the OWI statistics, and looking at last year's 2010 OWI statistics, we had 1,407 OWIs. This year, in 2011, just halfway from January through August, we have 734. So we're on target right now to exceed last year's operating while intoxicated, and we're concerned about that. So we are looking at some of the burdens to Winnebago County and what that involves. Police calls for service, emergency medical, hospital emergency room visits, courtroom, attorney fees, not to mention job loss and just general brokenness and family burden. So it's very serious, and we believe we have begun to hit on some of the answers. Today in the studio I'm very honored to have with me Sheriff John Motz from the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office and Joe Yana, retired family court commissioner. Thanks for being here, gentlemen.
Welcome.
So, Joe, the 24/7 Mandated Sobriety program is one of the response to this OWI, and it sounds awesome, mandating sobriety. What does the program involve?
Well, in this county, at this point, anybody charged with a second or third time drunk driving in Winnebago County has to participate in this program as a condition of their bond. And that means they are required to report to one of two testing stations to blow into a PBT, preliminary breath test device, twice a day, or alternatively they can wear a scram bracelet, which is on the table here, which monitors their alcohol use through their perspiration in their leg. If they miss a test, or if they test positive, or if the scram bracelet alerts that they've been using alcohol, they are arrested and charged with bail jumping. And the nice thing about this program is it's totally self-funding because it is paid for by the people that are participating in it. They have to pay a user fee, $2 a day for the PBT and $5 for the scram bracelet. After some experience with this program, then the judges in Winnebago County and the sheriff will collaborate to decide where we take the program from here in terms of expanding it or using it for other purposes.
Okay, so you're saying that people who've gotten OWIs actually are going to show up or be monitored by a bracelet, and if they are drinking, they'll be brought in, meaning to the sheriff's office. Why do you think we need a program like that locally?
Well, we've got a significant problem with repeat drunk driving and drunk driving in general in this community, as we do elsewhere, especially in this state. According to the records of the clerk of court's office, it's been a substantially increasing problem. We're well over 600 cases a year of second and third and above drunk driving convictions in this county, which relative to the population is quite high.
That's concerning. And so, Sheriff Motz, we know that you're one of the participants on the Rethink Advocacy Committee who fueled some of the initial brainstorming about the 24/7 program. Help us understand how it got implemented.
Well, Joe actually did some research and made us aware of the program in South Dakota. And then in conjunction with Rethink, we developed policies and procedures that allowed us to begin our own 24/7 program. We did secure some funding through Rethink, a grant program through Rethink, to pay for the initial cost of PBTs and some of the other items that we would need to get started. And with the help of that funding, as well as the county board giving us some initial startup costs, we were able to get the program off and running. Our hope was to bring it to 84 participants, which at that point would have made it cost neutral. We've hit that number, and at this point it's not costing the taxpayers any money. The program is funded by the participants themselves.
That sounds really win-win, which is ideal
It is.
for taxpayers. Joe, where did this program come from? I know Sheriff mentioned South Dakota. How did we find out about it, and how is it going for them?
The program was initiated in South Dakota in 2005. I became aware of it through various resources that I read. The results of the study released in January of 2001 by the state of South Dakota show that repeat drunk driving has been cut in half in South Dakota, so it's extremely successful. Recently, North Dakota, Montana, and Alaska implemented 24/7 sobriety programs as well. And a gentleman named Bill Mickelson, who was in the Attorney General's office when this program was spearheaded in South Dakota, is now a consultant. He's working with 11 counties in Wisconsin, including Milwaukee and Dane County, to implement 24/7 sobriety programs as part of their pretrial extensive supervision programs for repeat drunk drivers.
And so you said pretrial. Is there any thought sometime that it would be offered and worked into people who are not on bond or not second-time OWI offenders?
Eventually, it may be worked into other areas, such as in juvenile court, where parents need to be monitored if the child is placed back in their home, or other criminal cases. In fact, it is being used for some domestic violence situations right now.
Okay.
Additionally, there's a thought that it would be expanded beyond the preliminary proceedings in a criminal case to the sentencing phase, but that is going to require a change in the statutes to empower the judge to do that without being in terms of probation.
Okay. So we understand more why we have it, where it came from, and what it took to get it started. Tell us a little bit, John, how is it going? How do you think it's doing, and what do you think it means for down the road?
Well, currently we have 88 participants on the program. 22 of them submit to the PBT test twice a day, and that costs them $2 a day for that test. The other 66 have the SCRAM bracelet, which you see on the table. That is a cost of $5 a day, and that is our cost that it costs to run the program or to have the monitoring of that bracelet. Since the inception of the program, we've had 34 violations. 4 of those have come from the SCRAM, the other 30 have come from PBT, where either they didn't show up or they showed up and they had alcohol in their system. What it is showing us when you look at the sheer numbers is that most people are following the absolute sobriety that they need to during these bond conditions. So
That's great.
yeah, it is good. We know that they are at least maintaining sobriety for approximately 60 days from the time of their arrest until the time of their sentencing. And for those that have a true alcohol problem and can't drink responsibly, it might get them on the road to recovery if they have an alcoholism problem. Those individuals that violate the 24/7 program, they face bail jumping charges and additional fines and possible jail time.
Excellent. And so I'm looking at this SCRAM bracelet. It seems lightweight. And how are they given this? Who provides this to them, and how do they come to put it on?
After they go to their initial appearance at the courthouse and they're told that they're on the 24/7 program, they report to our agency, and we have 2 individuals that work in our GPS office, which monitors the SCRAM bracelets as well as the other bracelet programs that we have. And then this bracelet is placed on their ankle, and it detects alcohol through the perspiration in their body. So it really is a foolproof system. This is the battery area right here.
Could you tamper with that, John?
It will give us a tamper alert if they try to slide anything in between the skin and the sensors. It gives us a tamper alert. It lets us know when they consume alcohol. There are certain products that they're not supposed to use that have alcohol in them, such as certain body sprays or perfumes or colognes. But that will just give us an alert, not that they've used alcohol, but they have a banned substance. So if they consume any alcohol, this is going to detect it. They're required to come in twice a week for a download. If they have a hardline phone at home, they can download that right over the phone. But most people are now using cell phone technology, so they have to come to our agency twice a week and go through a download. The violations that we've had on here, people have generally just admitted, yes, I did consume alcohol. So they know that the bracelet works. They know that we're monitoring them 24/7.
Wow, and hence the name 24/7. And I know that for offender convenience, if you will, you have 2 sites where they can travel to, and where are those located?
One is located at the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office, where they will submit to the 2 PBT samples twice a day if they're not on the scram bracelet, and the other one is at the Neenah Police Department.
Okay, and so you have partners in area police departments. What do the judges think of this, since they have to help mandate the sentencing? Joe, what do you think the judges feel about this program?
I think they're pretty positive on it. They're experimenting with it right now. We have also in this county a program that was initiated here, which was recently made statewide. It's called the Safe Streets Options Program, and it basically provides an incentive for people to reduce their sentences by participating in treatment programs after conviction of multiple drunk driving charges. And the judges have been very receptive as an additional tool to fight this epidemic of drunk driving.
Right, and I think those 2 coupled together, then mandated sobriety with the Safe Streets treatment that they're getting, those coupled together have got to be good news for a lot of families and for Winnebago County residents who are seeing the burden of OWIs in our community. So we're real excited about that. Tell us a little bit about the partnership with the Tavern League. I'm aware that at the Advocacy Committee you have people show up and support programs like this from the Tavern League. How did that happen? Either one of you, because I know that you sit there side by side and it seems unlikely, so we just wondered how that's going.
The Tavern League is obviously against drunk driving. They want to make our highways safe. They don't want drunk individuals operating motor vehicles, and they have worked very well with us in terms of the responsible drinking. And this is just another way of getting people not to absolute sobriety per se, but just so that they're drinking responsibly, that they're not driving when they're drinking, and they're a huge advocate for that.
Great. Well, we'll take the partnership wherever we can get it, and we're finding what we have in common and creating those organizational relationships to move things forward. So I'd like to thank you again both for researching, spending time training your deputies, and making this start. And we hope that it ripple effects and goes statewide. So thanks for that. Next, we go in the field to be with Winnebago County Sheriff's officers and actually see the makings of an OWI. You want to stay tuned for this because it's as close as you're ever going to want to get to an OWI arrest.